So today we'll be looking at a data type called set in Python. We'll be looking at what a set is, how to create a set, how to add or remove an element in a set, to a set and from a set, then how to perform various operations on a set. So let's start working on set in Python. So let's just talk about set first. So what is set now? Mathematically, set is a collection of unique elements that are not in any particular order. So set is just a collection of unique elements, but all these elements are not in any particular order. So but when you are talking about Python set, it is similar to the mathematical definition of set, but it just comes with some other characteristics to it. So now the elements in Python set now are immutable, which means they cannot be modified. You cannot modify any of the elements itself, but you can modify the whole set as a whole itself. So when we get into the coding aspect of this, you will see what I'm talking about. And the other thing is that there is no index attached to any element in a Python set. So you must have heard of list or strings. This sequence have index. You can use index to slice or perform some indexing operation on them, either to just drive out an index on it itself. But when you're talking about Python set now, you don't have access to that function in Python set because this is actually immutable. So let's start creating our Python set. How do we create a Python? How do we create a set in Python? So we can either create an empty set, create a set of with some given element, or just use a set constructor to construct a set from a given sequence like string or list or another set itself. So let's just see now. Let's say we want to have a set now. We can just say set A is equals to set now. So like this is a set itself. So I can just go ahead and print out A. So if I should go ahead and run this right now, you will see this. So now we are getting an empty set right here. So this is just an empty set, set A. And the second way we can define a set is by using a set of an empty like an with set with given element. And how do we do this? Is either you use this constructor or you just use curly braces as your set. So I'm going to be creating a set of numbers right here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I can just go ahead and print out B right here. So we are putting B right here, and now we can see that we are getting a set of 1 to 9. And if you want to be sure that this is a data type called set, we can just go ahead and check the data type of this element itself, and we can see this is a class of set. This is a class of set. And the last method is by using a constructor to create a set from a list or a sequence itself. So I'm just going to go ahead here and have a variable C right here, and I will set this to a list, right? So I want to use 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So now to use a set constructor, you can just wrap this with set and parentheses right here. So if I should go ahead now and print out C, okay, let's get C out first. So we're getting it as a set. Now see, we pass a list into this constructor set, and now we're getting it as a set. You can just confirm that by checking the type of this. So you can see this is a class of set, and you can do the same thing for a string. So let's just say we have a string Andrew right here. So you can just go ahead and check this type here. Now you are seeing that this is a class. Okay, you wrap this with set. So go ahead and wrap this with set and run this again. You can see this is a class set right here. And if I try to run and just print out this D, the set D itself, you can see we are getting the set in no particular order. Can you see that? It is in no particular order. It's just going to return the set that way itself. So I want to do one more thing here. So let's say I have a duplicate value of 6 right here. Now I'm trying to print out this set C. Will I have 6 twice? No, because sets are unique elements. It does not allow any element there to repeat itself twice. It's just going to be once, right? So we can create a set from another set also by just wrapping this around. You can just say this set can just be coming from B itself, and right here, we print out D. So let's just run this. You can see we are getting what we are expecting. Understand? So how do we access individual elements in a set? So to do that, I'll just go ahead and just leave only B right here now. So let's say we want to access these elements in this set. How do we do that? So we cannot access individual elements in a set, but we can access all the elements together by using a for loop. So I just go and say for I in B right here, and I can just go ahead and print out I, and you will see that I am getting all the elements in this set printed out on the terminal. So this is how you can access elements of a set, right? So we can add to this element in a set, and we can remove from the elements in a set. So to do that, set as this method now, this method called add, that will help us to add an element to a set. So I'll just go ahead and say b.add 10, and now let's print out 10, right? So let's just go ahead and run this. Sorry, we are printing out B and not 10, so we can go ahead and run this right here. Now we can see that 10 is included in this set itself. So how do we remove an element from a set? Now we know how to add to a set. How do you remove an element from a set? So to remove an element, we use another method right here, and this method is called discard, right? So this is called discard. So let's say we want to discard 3 right here. So I want to print out the B set again, right? So just go ahead and run this again. Now you can see 3 is not present in the second set that is printed out, right? That's because we've discarded the set 3 from the set itself. What are the operations you can perform on a set? So to look at the operational set now, like set in Python is typically like used for mathematical operations like union, intersection, difference, and comparison. So these operations are just like, we're going to discuss these operations now with Python, right? So let's first talk about union of a set, right? So to do that, let's say we have let's define two sets here. Let's say we have two sets here, 0, 2, 3, and 5, right? So we have to say 0, 2, 3, and 5, and now the second set B right here is -1, 2, 3, 7, 9. -1, 2, 3, 7, 9. And now to find the union of these two, all we need to do is to use it's just define another variable right here, A union B. And what we are going to do here is to use this pipe sign here. This is A union B. And what do we mean by union? Union is an operation on two sets that produce a set containing all the distinct elements from both sets. So an example now, A and B are these two sets, and the set consisting of the element which belongs to A or B or both sets is called union of A and B. So that's what we are going to get right here as union of A and B. So I can just go ahead and print out A union B, right? So if I should go ahead and print this out here on the terminal, you can see we are getting 0, 2, 3, 5 from A, and we are getting 7, 9, -1 from B. But we see that 2 are both present, so we only have one representation of 2 in this union. 3 is present in both sets, and we only have one representation of 3 in this union. So this set is returning elements that are present in A or B or both. So combine the elements that are present in both together without repeating any element twice. So if like element 2 now is present in both set A and set B, but we only have one representation of this element. So the next operation we're going to talk about right here is the intersection of sets. An intersection of two sets produce a new set that is only going to contain only the common element of both sets, right? So we want to have just A intersect. Okay, I just say A intersect B right here. This is going to be a set of elements that only produce what we have in common to these two sets. And how do we do that in Python? It's just by using this and symbol right here, this and sign. So right here, instead of, I can go ahead and change this to A intersect B, right? So if I should run this right here, you can see what we are getting, right? Just what they have in common, right? So sorry about that. So let me just have a little short comment note right here. So combining the two sets without repeating any elements, right? I just put this right here. So combining the two sets without repeating elements, and this one, okay, elements common to both sets. So I just put it like this: elements common to both sets. Elements common to both sets, and that's what intersection is doing for us. And now we'll talk about the difference of set. Now when we see the difference of set, this is operation on two sets that produce a new set containing only the elements from the first set and none from the second set, right? So only the elements from the first set and none from the second set. So how do we do this? So you just say A, okay, let's just say A difference B is equals to A minus B. It is as simple as this. Nothing complex, nothing hard, is not rocket science. Just A difference B, right? So if I should go ahead and run this right here, we are getting 0 and 5. And why are we getting 0 and 5? Because it's only returning the element present in only A and not in B. We have 2 and 3 present in B, so we are not going to return that, right? So it's only returning only element present in A and not in B. So let's look at this again. So comparing sets now. So how do we compare sets? We can check if a given set is a subset or a superset of another set. So the result is true or false depending on the element that are present right there. So how do we check if the set is a subset or not? Right. So let's do that right here. So I'll just define another set right here as example. So let's get rid of this. So let's have 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And for B, let's just have 3, 5, and 7, right? So what we want to do right here is print. Okay, let's check now A subset of B. So we are checking if A is a subset of B, right? And what we want to check right here is A less than or equals to B? This is how we represent subset of B in Python, right? So A is a subset of B, and this is returning false, right? Because A is not a subset of B. Well, A is actually a superset of B, right? So to check if A is a superset of B, what we just do is, okay, let me just copy from here and paste it right here. So A superset of B. So let's go ahead and run this. So A is a superset of B, and that's why we are getting true for this. So let's say we want to check if A and B are the same. So we can just go ahead and print, and just paste this: A and B are the same, right? So how do we check that? It's just by using this equal sign, this comparison equal sign, and we can go ahead and run this now, and we can see false. A and B are not same, right? They're not the same thing. So for the last one now, let's just go ahead and print A and B. Okay, A and B are not same, right? Are not the same. Just put D, right? So I should go ahead and just put this not equals to B. Sure, you must have guessed what you're expecting right here. That's true because A and B are not the same. So these are the comparison operations you can perform on a set. So a quick recap: a set is a collection of unique elements that are not in any particular order. So the elements of a set now are immutable, which means you cannot change the elements of a set, but you can change the set as a whole. And by that I mean I can just decide, okay, I can decide to just make B an empty set right here, and if I should print out B right here, see that I won't be getting any error because B is not mutable, but I can change the whole set as a whole. But if I should try to access B trying to use the index value right here, can see type error, this is not subscribable, right? So I cannot use any indexing operation on set, and I cannot change any of the elements, individual elements itself. So that's about that. So there's no indexing attached to any set, any element of the Python set. So I've just proved that by trying to access the index 0 of set B. So a set is created either using a set function or by replacing the parent element with a pair of curly braces. So we can say that this is a curly braces. Existing elements can be removed from a set by using the discard method, and an element can be added to a set by using the add method. And we can perform operations like union, intersection, difference, and comparison on a set. So that will be all for today on Python tutorial. My name is Andrew OA, and this is my YouTube channel, Code with True. Thank you for watching so far. If you like this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Goodbye. See you next time.